I was looking around a general's office when a photo on his desk stopped me cold. A young girl. One look and I knew exactly who she was. Imagine standing face to face with a man who holds immense power, a decorated general, only to have your entire world shatter because of a photograph on his desk. Picture of a little girl whose face I knew, whose eyes I remembered. And then he looked at me, a flicker of raw hope and pain in his eyes, and whispered, "You mean my lost daughter?" It was a cold, hard gut punch, a moment where everything I, Major Sarah Collins, believed about discipline and duty just collapsed. My morning had started like any other. Coffee at 0600. Uniform pressed. Inspection orders neatly folded in my pocket. I was assigned to Fort Hood for a 3-month internal audit, standard base inspection. Nothing personal. Until my eyes landed on that photograph. A little girl, maybe 6. Brown curls, blue eyes, so bright, so familiar. And then the world went silent. I froze because I knew that face. The inspection folder slipped from my hand, scattering papers. My throat tightened as I stepped closer. The frame was silver, engraved with a single word, Emily. She was clutching a small stuffed marine bear, smiling. My pulse hammered so hard it drowned out the ticking wall clock. Something wrong, Major Collins? General Robert Alden's voice cut through the air, sharp but cautious. I swallowed hard and turned. "Sir, this girl, this child in the photo?" I pointed, my hand trembling despite my years of training. He stepped forward, curious at first, then tense. "What about her?" "She lived with me. In the orphanage. Back in Texas." His eyes widened. The color drained from his face. His lips parted, trembling before he found his voice. "You mean, my missing daughter?" He looked at me as though I dragged a ghost into the room. I didn't know what to say. I was a Marine trained to confront chaos, not heartbreak. But standing there, the silence felt heavier than any battlefield I'd ever crossed. He motioned me to sit. "Tell me exactly what you mean, Major." I took a breath. "Sir, that girl Emily. I knew her as Lily. We grew up together in St. Mary's Orphanage, Waco. She was about my age. She came there when we were 6. The general's jaw clenched. How can that be possible? Emily was taken from a park in Dallas 20 years ago. She was 4. I met his gaze. "Then she must have been found, sir." "Found and renamed." For a long time neither of us spoke. The office clock ticked between us, steady, unfeeling. Then the general walked to the window, his reflection faint against the Texas sunlight. "I searched for years," he said quietly. "Private investigators, military contacts, even federal channels. They found nothing. My wife died thinking she was dead." He turned to me, eyes wet but steady. "And now you tell me she lived." I nodded slowly. "I can't be sure, sir, but those eyes. I'd stake my life on it." He exhaled hard, the kind of exhale that sounds like surrender. "Tell me about her. What do you remember?" I told him about Lily's soft voice, her quiet laughter, her habit of tracing airplane shapes in the dust on our dormitory windows, how she'd hum old hymns when the younger kids cried. And then I mentioned it, a tiny crescent birthmark near her neck. The general's hand went to his chest. Emily had the same mark. He sat heavily behind his desk, all authority gone. "Major Collins, if you're right, if my daughter was alive all these years, then someone kept her from us." His tone hardened. "And I intend to find out who." I hesitated. "Sir, with respect, this might go deeper than either of us think. Adoption files, sealed transfers, it won't be easy." He looked up, his eyes lifting to mine, sharp again. Command restored. "You're a Marine, aren't you? Then we do not quit when something isn't easy." That sentence, simple, firm, lit something in me I hadn't felt in years. Not anger, but a righteous determination. When I left his office, the sun outside felt hotter, the air thicker. My boots hit the pavement in perfect rhythm, but my mind